Hi everyone, welcome to week 13. In this video, I will be going over this week's assignments. First, please watch this video and read the week 13 overview on this page. After, click Submit Assignment and write a question. If you don't have any questions, you can write I don't have any questions. And you'll find the video here once I finish recording this. Secondly, by Tuesday, read the directions for essay number 3. This is your next major writing assignment, so it's very important to read the directions carefully. So you can click on it and download it. So your third essay is a research essay. In the first part of the directions, I summarize the book Outliers. What is an outlier? Which are basically people or events that are different from others, where the normal rules don't apply when it comes to being successful and unsuccessful. And in the book, we had different outliers, like the people from Rosetta that came from Italy and moved to Pennsylvania and seemed to be extraordinarily healthy. The Canadian hockey players born early in the year, Bill Joy, Bill Gates, the Beatles, the termites, those geniuses, Chris Langan, Oppenheimer, and many others. And then later in the book, this last week you read about this stereotype of Asian people being excellent in math. The KIPP Academy in New York, which is a charter school that's helping students like Marita get into college. And then we learn about Joyce Gladwell and Malcolm Gladwell's family and how they became successful. So we learn about different outliers. And then in this section, I summarize Gladwell's theory of success. Gladwell argues in the book that external factors like opportunity and culture play a more important role than internal factors like talent and intelligence. In other words, people do not reach success alone, but rather outliers have certain advantages or luck, being in the right place at the right time. He writes, outliers are those who have been given opportunities and who have had the strength and presence of mind to seize them, to grab them. He believes that if we want to build a better world, we need to provide more opportunities to people. And these were some of his theories of success: the role of culture and heritage in success, the role of social class and opportunity, the role of birth date, the role of luck, the role of hard work and time, which relates to the 10,000-hour rule, and the role of education in success. So these are some of his theories. Now, what will you write in this essay? In this essay, you will research a different outlier that wasn't mentioned in the book. Do Gladwell's theories of success explain the success or lack of success of that outlier? If Gladwell's theories do not apply, what factor influenced that outlier's successfulness or failure? The outlier can be a person, it can be a community, an event, a stereotype, or controversy. So as we saw, these outliers weren't just people like Bill Gates, but they were others like the Korean airline, or this community of mulattoes in Jamaica that had had some kind of advantage. It could be a school like the KIPP Academy. So it can be people, communities, events, stereotypes, or controversies. And I give you some examples like Lionel Messi, the famous soccer player, J.K. Rowling, who was the author of Harry Potter, the Harry Potter series, and had a very interesting life, Oprah Winfrey, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Steve Jobs. You could even talk about a controversy or an event like the coronavirus outbreak. Are some communities or countries more successful in handling the outbreak? For example, you could talk about Korea, and why has Korea been successful in handling it? Or maybe you talk about Italy, where Italy was a hot spot and they had a lot of difficulty, where any of Gladwell's theories to explain for Italy's crisis with the coronavirus. Another topic that might be interesting is just writing about college and prisons. So now in the United States, some prisons are allowing inmates to complete a bachelor's degree in prison. There's actually a very interesting documentary called Prison Behind Bars that talks about this and how these inmates, once they get out of prison, they're actually more successful. So that might be an interesting topic, and I think it can connect well to Gladwell's theories. But again, you don't have to just focus on his theories. Think about what factors influence that outlier's success or failure. Okay, the audience of your essay are people in your community, and the goal is to do research, to test Gladwell's theories of success, and to gain a deeper understanding of how to be successful. So that's going to be your third essay. So what are the requirements? You need to cite Outliers, the book, so you need like a quote or a paraphrase, and a minimum of 3 outside sources from a Palomar College database. And I give you directions below how to access the Palomar College databases. No sources can come from Google, okay, from a Google search. The library database provides trustworthy sources of information, and that's why we're using it, because Google, things that you find on Google are not always trustworthy or not always valid or checked. And also for English 100, you're going to need to learn how to use the library to do research, and in your other content courses. So in this class, I want you to practice doing that. Try to use different types of evidence, facts, authority, examples, etc., to support your claim. And last week we went over evidence, so you can refer to that. You need to write an organized essay with an introduction, with a hook, background information, a thesis statement, several body paragraphs, and each body paragraph should have a topic sentence, evidence and support, and fully integrated quotes and paraphrases. And I have gone over the 3 steps that you need to fully integrate a quote. And a conclusion where you rephrase the thesis, summarize, and make a final thought. This essay will be longer because it is a research essay. It should be 1,000 to 1,500 words. You need to use academic language and avoid these pronouns. And in your essay, you will not use personal experience as evidence. This essay needs to be in MLA style, 1-inch margins, double space. You need your in-text citations, okay? Whenever you quote, paraphrase, or summarize. And here is an example. You also need a works cited page on that last page of your essay. And then you need to upload your essay on Canvas and check it for plagiarism. This essay is not due till May 9th, but you need to start working on it now, this week, because it's a longer essay. Okay? And then you'll have a final draft too. How do you conduct library research? First step is to go to the Palomar College library website, and then you're going to click on databases on the left side. And these are the databases that I recommend that I think will be the best for this topic, for this research essay. So I'm going to pull this up. Okay, so once you're at the Palomar College Library website, you click on databases. And they're all alphabetized. So Gale eBooks will be good, especially if you're researching one person. Okay, so this database actually has encyclopedias and reference books. So let's say I want to write my essay about Steve Jobs. I would just type in the keyword, and it comes up with different reference books. Like this is the Encyclopedia of World Biography. So this might be a good source. This one is called American Decades, about different technology trailblazers. This is business leader profiles for students, so understanding business leaders. So you could choose one and then read about it. So here is the text. And you can skim through it and see if it has useful information. And if you decide to use it, let's see. Down below, it gives you the citation. So we're using MLA, so you just copy and paste. You would copy and paste this, and this would be the entry for your works cited page. You can also, whenever you're reading anything, you can also send it to yourself. You can print it, you can download it, but make sure when you're doing research, if you feel like you want to use this in your essay, you want to save it. You could also, you could click here also to cite. It gives you that tool. So there's also CREDA Reference Core, which is similar to this one. And it also has history, psychology, health and medicine, but again, you could type in it, Steve Jobs, and it has basically encyclopedia type of information, like factual information. They're not like opinion articles. But this is from the Hutchinson Encyclopedia. And again, it offers the citation information. Moss Ultra School Edition is also nice. It has a lot of articles and newspaper articles. You just go to here, M. And this has easier text. So this is meant for high school students. So this might be nice so you don't have something very difficult to read. You might even put 2 search terms, keywords, like if I want the article to mention Steve Jobs and success, I could type both. And you can also do advanced searches too to specify. So maybe this article might be useful. Steve's 2 jobs cover story, or and you can also listen while you read the article. So this goes into more detail about his life. And there's contents here. And again, you can cite it. So, and you would scroll down and find MLA, and you copy and paste, and this is the entry. Okay. Opposing viewpoints and context and CQ researcher have controversial issues, so those might be good for you if you want your outlier to be something controversial. And films on demand are videos, so if you can also use a video as one of your sources for this research essay. And this YouTube video explains how to use the Palomar College database. So to log in, to access this, you need to enter your Palomar ID number and your password. Okay, enter keywords to help search for information, and you can contact me or a librarian if you need help finding articles. So how can I prepare to write this essay? You're going to do this in 3 steps. The first step is to find your articles, okay? And you're going to write an annotated bibliography for your 3 or more sources, and this is due Saturday. You'll also prepare a brief, which is similar to an outline, to help you prepare to write your essay, and that's due also on Saturday. And you will also meet with me on Zoom to discuss your essay and your research, okay? And so you need to these are the times that I'm available to meet you to talk about your essay, your research essay. So email me to let me know what day and time you want, and I'll enter your name so that we can meet on Zoom to talk about your essay. Okay, so I'm going to talk about these things, how you can find out how to do those. So you want to go back to our Canvas page. So for this discussion post, basically, you're going to write an annotated bibliography for your research essay, and you're going to post it. You're going to click reply and write your annotated bibliography here. And basically, an annotated bibliography has 2 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, you summarize the article. And then in the second paragraph, you evaluate it. Is it a useful source? Is the information reliable? And also you reflect. How does the source fit into your research? Was this source helpful to you? How can you use this source in your research essay? What is your view or opinion? Okay, and so it should look something like this. You can download this document and it shows you how to do this. It explains what is an annotated bibliography, and you're going to do this for the 3 outside sources from your research about whatever outlier you choose. So let's say you choose Steve Jobs or maybe somebody from your country. You're going to find at least 3 articles from one of the databases. And then you're going to write something like this. First, you write your research question. Okay, so what is the question your essay is going to answer? And then you're going to write an annotated bibliography. You need the MLA citation entry of the text. And then one body paragraph is the summary. It's what the article, here in this case it was a book, but what the text was about. And then the second paragraph is your evaluation. Was this text useful? Is it trustworthy? And also, how are you going to use this text in your essay? And has reading this changed your opinion? Or how do you feel about the text? So it's just 2 small paragraphs after, but first you need that MLA entry, okay? And I just put 1, but you're going to have 3 of them at least, or you could have more than 3. It depends how many texts you want to use in your essay. And I recommend when you're doing your research to find a few articles. Maybe you find 8 articles or 10 articles and then read them, skim them, and then decide which ones you think will be more useful for you for your essay, okay? And then make your annotated bibliography. So you'll put this in the discussion post. For extra credit, you can comment on one of your classmates' posts. What do you find interesting about their research? So I think you all can learn from each other as well. And then you're going to prepare an outline. You're going to download this document and type your brief, which is basically a plan. Okay, what is the outlier? What's your topic? So you're going to type that here. What's your research question? Okay, what's the question your essay is going to answer? What previous knowledge did you have about this person? So let's say you're writing about Steve Jobs. Before you did the reading, what did you know about Steve Jobs? And then thesis, your thesis, first start with a simple thesis, right? Steve Jobs was successful for several reasons. And then as you do research, you're going to improve your thesis to make it stronger, okay? And up until what you think will be the thesis you're going to use in your essay. Okay, so this is the main idea of your essay. And then here you're going to take notes. What are going to be your reasons and evidence? Okay, what's one main reason this outlier was or wasn't successful? And what evidence will you provide as a support? Here's an example. So if I think Steve Jobs' success can be attributed to Gladwell's theory of opportunities, but there are other important factors that led him to create one of the most successful companies in the world. First reason was he grew up in the right place at the right time. And as evidence, I use Gladwell on page 65. He talks about how many of those tech giants like Bill Joy and Bill Gates were born in the 1950s. And in my research, when I looked at this encyclopedia, I found that Gladwell was born actually in the mid-1950s in San Francisco, which is so close to Silicon Valley. So I'm going to use these 2 texts as my evidence. So, and I might add more here, more details, but I wanted to show you how you can start taking notes so you can organize your essay. Okay, what's another reason Steve Jobs was successful, or your outlier? A third reason, a fourth reason, or maybe you only have 3 reasons, but maybe each reason you have a lot of evidence. And so you want to separate it into 2 body paragraphs. So you'll decide, I just made 6, but you can decide how many body paragraphs your essay has. Okay, so you're going to type in your plan here and submit it by Saturday. We also, this week, you have 2 little mini grammar quizzes. Okay, so you're going to click here and read the PowerPoint. I talked about parallel structures in last week's Zoom session, but you're going to look at the PowerPoint. You can watch the class session if you want, and then take the quiz. Okay. You're going to take the quiz. And then the same thing with articles. So this has to do with when do we use an, or the, or nothing. So you're going to watch the video, and there's the PowerPoint here. So this is a mini grammar lesson, and then again, take a quiz. So those grammar lessons should be pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but please let me know if you don't understand anything or you have any questions. I'm here to help you out. Again, at the bottom of the week overview, I mentioned the Zoom class sessions that we're having Tuesday and Thursday. I encourage you to come. I'm also available by appointment. Melissa's having her workshop Wednesday 9 to 10 and Friday 4 to 5. And there's also other tutoring available. And remember, before the end of the semester, you need to complete 3 tutoring logs, and you can do a 4th for extra credit. Okay, I know that was a lot, but please, please, please email me. If you have any questions, come to our class session, okay, to get help, to work on things, and I'm here to help you, okay? Have a great week, and take care.